And the suggestion on this last slide is, you can go through all the turmoil of the hierarchies and the survival demonstrations and the lessons to learn, but when you move up to your mystical self on the top, you see on the top there, grace, the arrow is suggesting that you don't go through that. There's no more filtering of thought or emotion. You are going right down to true God demonstration. And we all really know this. We've had experiences where we get centered into that God sense, that God space, and we start to demonstrate our greatness. This is where we don't ask for anything. We know that our good will always be demonstrated for us. Perfect time, perfect place, perfect people, right? Perfect job, perfect finance, perfect health. We know that we're in alignment with spirit, with grace, our mystical self, and we demonstrate that with any of the other hierarchical influence. Is that interesting? Yes. Can you all live at the grace level? Yes. That seems like that would be the goal. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lesson, right? It's a little risky to do it on Sunday, but I was moved to try and share it. So, the main points of the hierarchical and living in grace. And if you choose to study that, if you want to ask me questions, and I'd love to maybe work out a workshop on this. It was fascinating. And boy, if you want the slides, there were 14 slides. See, I did a good job just coming up with 6. You can just email me, and I'd be happy to send you the slides from the workshop, and you can study them. Okay. One little tidbit as I wrap up here. I was reading some background about this teaching symbol, and if you notice on mine and also on this symbol, there's a little curve at the end. And in a lot of symbols, it's just a V. They forget to leave off the little curve. And Ernest Holmes taught that this little curve is the human expression returning back to spirit. This is a pretty special piece of our teaching symbol. And that is moving into the oneness, into your wholeness with spirit. And that's what we kind of do. All right, so I wanted to close with one more entry on the minister's list. And this is going to be a little closing treatment for all of us. It really moved me, so I wanted to share it with you. And so I'm going to read this, and there's going to be a moment in this treatment where you get to say in your own silence or your own quiet voice something that you choose to demonstrate in your own life. So as I read this, and you'll see when that moment is, it'll say, now I speak my word for myself. And you guys in your own silence or in your own hushed tone, that is your moment to speak your desire, your intent for yourself. Okay? So, Dr. Holmes says, there is a God power at the center of every man's being, a presence that knows neither lack, limitation, nor fear, sickness, disquiet, nor imperfection. This presence and power is at the center of all people and all things. Dr. Holmes does not equivocate, hesitate, nor water down his words when he declares the truth about us. We may not feel the strength, the power, nor the perfection, but feel it or not, it is our true essence. Considering that in clear light of reason, wouldn't it make sense for us to accept our truth and then live it as we really believe it? And guess what happens? We'll be able to believe it because we will begin to manifest it in our lives. We will know, as Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote, neither lack, limitation, nor fear, sickness, disquiet, nor imperfection. Not only will we experience it, but we must. We must remember we deserve that life of perfection. There really is one perfect life, and I call that anything I choose. However, I must always remember that it is and is always my natural and close relationship to it. God is I am. This creative force created all things out of its own substance. So that which is the essence of the substance of its creator. That being so, then what I choose to experience, no matter what it might be, is completely possible and feasible. At this moment, I claim for myself life of joy, of plenty, and immeasurable well-being. And to be specific, for myself, right now, I choose, in silence or in a hushed tone, I choose I know the power of God is right here now, creating what I have claimed. I keep my thoughts on my joy, on my acceptance, and my experience of claim. It is so because the power of God obeys and commands and creates for me the wonderful life I have declared right here and right now. And in this truth, knowing that we are expressing our truest, most individualized, perfect selves, we release our word, knowing that it is made manifest in our life right here and right now. And together we say, and so it is. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.